up, Bloody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Devil's Line Season 1, Episode 2, titled Safe House. And before I get into this live reaction, I need to give you Nerdigans a little bit of fair warning. This video is probably going to have a really long runtime. I'm just gonna throw it out there now, and if you have not watched my content before, and I'm including the manga readers on this one, if you're not fully caught up on the manga either, especially up to chapter 52 at the time of this recording, you are going to be spoiled big time. So anyway, without further ado, let's get to this episode. Okay, so we're getting something similar to the start of episode 1, but we're starting off with the adaptation of chapter 2. But what I mean by similar to the start of episode 1 is the art style. And episode 1 we got to see Tamaki, how Tamaki ended up with a life sentence, aka the crimes he committed, which was gorgeous. But I really love this sequence. It is beautiful. And I love the bloodiness. But this part was skipped dialogue-wise. What the dialogue was supposed to be here, and we didn't get the full-on nudity, which I totally understand. That's your tongue. Is it true that when I start drinking blood, these marks on my neck will fade? You think so? If you stop bleeding, if your wound keeps bleeding, I will drink it clean. That was supposed to be here. And then, but I totally understand why it's not here, because for artistic purposes, but I don't mind it at all. It's just freaking beautiful. And I love that it goes, after Tyra wakes up, it goes straight into the opening song. And something I gotta mention here that it's been kind of bothering me, and this is a lot of people in the anime community. It's just driving me nuts. So a lot of people in the anime community are like, obviously are comparing this to Tokyo Ghoul. And yes, this series is a lot like Tokyo Ghoul. Duh. It was inspired by Tokyo Ghoul. But the thing is, and I did watch the opening song for Tokyo Ghoul Re, and I'm going to compare it to Devil's Line for a second here. Is the thing for, and don't get me wrong, the opening for Tokyo Ghoul Re is really cool. But Devil's Line's opening is just so much better. It's a lot more creative, to me anyway. And the song is way more badass. But that's just, I guess that's just my opinion. So the first set of content that is definitely skipped is on page 7 of chapter 2, which is Mr. Ochai usually doesn't pick you to answer questions. I think he likes you, Tsukasa, which is kind of important, especially because Mr. Ochai attempts to rape Tyra, and it's probably, I don't think it's going to happen this episode. I think it's going to happen next week, depending on how far we get this week. And Ochai, we see Ochai again later in the series, and boy, does oh man, major. And when ANZAI beats his ass, it is fantastic. Ochai Sensei is already married. He's 33 years old and has a 2-year-old. That's not what I meant. I'm saying you are one of his favorite students. Don't make it weird. It'd be really scary if he liked you, Tsukasa. it's a shame about Akimura. That was skipped. So at about the 2-minute 48-second mark, we jump back to where we left off last week, which is page 28 of chapter 1. And I gotta say, Platinum Vision, that is a really nice, smooth transition to this content. I will give you props for that. But let's see how you continue. And I will say this. I gotta say the animation so far this week is definitely a lot better than the animation quality we had last week. Okay, something I don't like is when, Tyra's like, what the fuck why is that, that needle in there? I don't like the expression in the eyes. It's wrong. Oh, I wish it was more like, because in the manga she has, this is on page 29, it's more angry, and it's like comedic anger expression, and it makes me not believe that she's angry. But the bright side of things, at least we have comedy, because something that made me really pissed off at Mahou Shoujo Site anime and Doriku, and made me rage quit them is /drop them, is that they basically drained the comedy from them, drained the fun, the comedy, and took itself way too seriously. So I'm glad that Platinum Vision is keeping the comedy. I do like that and I gotta give props to the writing here. I like that Tyra is acknowledging that the bags under ANZAI'S eyes are gone, and damn, ANZAI looks fucking fine. But I wish that, the only thing I wish that she would have said here as well is what she said in the manga, which is, why does he have such a gentle expression now? Or, sorry, it was this. Why has his expression become so gentle? There we go. Okay. So, we gotta talk about this confession at the 3-minute 54-second mark. Platinum Vision, what were you thinking with this? Like, I don't mind the jeans part. No. I don't like the guess. You guess? You kind of are. Because in the manga, it says here, I have 2 kinds of blood in me. I'm a half-breed. ANZAI is definitely sure that he is a half-breed. And then right after this is what I'm kind of torn about, is what ANZAI says here, is, so I was under the impression my bloodlust was weaker. I'm kind of like, okay, I understand. I'm like okay with it, but at the same time, it's like, it kind of bothers me. Because in the manga, he says, but I still yearn for blood. And there's no way Akimura can withstand that desire. He doesn't even say that Akimura can't withstand that desire. But something that I do like that ANZAI says here is all of Akimura's self-control, and I almost wasted it. I like that. I like that line, though. That was really nice. Because what ANZAI is basically saying is Akimura worked so hard to control himself from hurting Tyra, and ANZAI almost fucking, he almost did that. He almost did the thing that Akimura was trying not to do. So I really like that line that you put in there, Platinum Vision. After that, and this is at the 4-minute 28-second mark, we jump back into chapter 2. And something I want to mention too, and I haven't, I should have probably mentioned this at the beginning of the video, is with the exception of like maybe a few things, is because it seems like Platinum Vision is jumping around between chapters a lot this episode. I'm not going to cover everything that is skipped from the chapters themselves until the very end of the video, because otherwise I'm going to have to keep correcting myself and it will get very frustrating. But I will say this, so far, considering that we're jumping around, I really am liking the flow of the episode so far, because sometimes, because when you're changing the order of scenes, when you're adapting a manga and you're changing the order of scenes, it could either work really well and the sequence of events will flow really nicely, or it could just not make any fucking sense at all. And so far, Devil's Line is doing an okay job. This episode, I'm fine with it so far. Oh god, I love seeing that reflection of ANZAI in Tyra's eyes. Oh god, it's really making me think of what we had in Yamushi Pedal this past week. Oh god. I gotta say, Platinum Vision, this music is really beautiful. I gotta give you props for that. And I said it last week, and I'm gonna say it this week. Based on what we're seeing with the clothing, it seems like Platinum Vision has decided, fuck you, we're not gonna do any patterns on the clothing. We're not gonna adapt that shit. And it's gonna be like Gaku and Babysitters, and that really makes me sad. But I just have to put that out there now, because I don't want to spend a lot of time ranting on adaptation of clothing, when with Devil's Line we got to focus more on the adaptation of the actual content, because that's more important. Something I'm very curious about, if Platinum Vision's going to do this or not, is so far we haven't seen ANZAI'S point of view this episode. We've only seen Tyra's point of view. I'm very curious if we're going to see ANZAI'S point of view at all this episode. And something I noticed that's definitely being skipped, inner monologue wise, is Tyra saying that she's scared to be alone, and it's happened twice now. Maybe I'm worrying too much is skipped, and oh yeah, we're definitely skipping this content, it looks like, which is gonna be on page 14, starting page 14, because we're getting to the actual, we're going straight to the actual report, and I'm very curious why. But maybe we'll find out why later on. Target T is still on the run. She stabbed her husband and is covered in blood. Covered with his blood. She is in a state of confusion. Please be advised. That is completely skipped. And let's see. Because basically, at the 6-minute 39-second mark, we jump to page 18. And I'm really worried we're not going to see, because I'm really concerned we're not going to see ANZAI ANZAI'S dream here in particular, because this is God, it's extremely important. Hold on a second. Because Tamaru comes up again later on, later on in the series, and because of Tamaru being mentioned, and like something really important happens. Like a really important discovery happens, and I'm going to mention it in a little bit. I just have to. I'll mention it because I really am curious to see, because of what Platinum Vision has been doing. Is Platinum Vision has really been catering to us manga fans and been giving us little hints of shit that's been happening in the manga lately. So I'm very curious what Platinum Vision's going to be doing in this scene in particular. But we do see the panel with the laptop. And with the item that which, and this part was skipped too. I fell asleep writing a report. The battery died. How long was I out? Oh, this is ANZAI'S. And we're not, and this sucks. I really wish we were getting ANZAI'S point of view instead of seeing Tamara, or not Tamara, what is it? Instead of seeing Tyra running to go find ANZAI, I wish we were seeing ANZAI'S point of view here, because this is so important. Let's go build a snowman. Tamara Yuko is a quiet and sensitive demon. She managed to get married because she was so gentle. But that doesn't mean you're any less of a demon, does it? I really wish this would have been here. Platinum Vision, I don't understand why. Why are you making this more about Tyra than like equal, making it like more of an equal thing between Tyra and ANZAI? Because the way the manga has it set up is it has both points of view. It's kind of like, in a way, you can kind of think of it like Divergent. If you've read the Divergent series, you know what I'm talking about. You have a chapter of Triss's point of view, and then it switches off between a chapter of Triss's point of view and a chapter from oh god, what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's been a long ass time since I've read fucking the Divergent series. Now I remember Zero's point of view. And I really wish we were going for that. It just would, just like maybe like have a scene from Tyra. What I'm saying is have a scene from Tyra's point of view. Like have the apartment scene. You could have it from Tyra's point of view. And then once we, once ANZAI gets the report, follow ANZAI to the scene, because that would have been way better here. That to me, that would have worked. That would have flowed a lot. It would have been a lot more interesting, and it would have looked way cooler. I'm just saying. Manga readers, my Devil's Line manga nerdigans, I want you to notice something at the 7-minute 46-second mark. And if you're following along anime onlys, I want you to go look at page 23, chapter 2. Fuck, and everyone just do that shit. Notice ANZAI he's in full devil mode, full devil eyes here. But in the anime, 7-minute 45-second mark, he's not there. He doesn't have the devil eyes. Platinum Vision, why are you doing this? Why? And when Tyra's running up the stairs, this part was skipped. I took his things and followed him. I hope I won't cause any trouble. Platinum Vision has been reading the manga. Platinum Vision is definitely caught up in the manga. I know what you're doing here. And this is definitely for us manga readers. This is definitely not an anime for the anime onlys. And I want you nerdigans to pause at the 8-minute 42-second mark, and I'm gonna read something here from chapter 50. So this is on page 32 of chapter 50. I want to read this to you guys because this is extremely important. I'm not mad that Platinum Vision did this because this really proves that they're actually reading the manga and that they are just doing this. They did this for us. It kind of pisses me off that they're right now that they're not giving us the backstory. But it might be they might show it later. We'll see. But this is what Yuki. This is a conversation with Yuki has with his mom in page 32 of chapter 50. Has there ever been a case where half the eyes transform? What do you mean? It happened for the first time yesterday. Just the upper halves of the whites of my eyes turned red. My body and mind were stable, but I was definitely transformed. What situation did that happen in? For me, more so, seeing or not seeing blood, I feel like anger is often the trigger for my transformation. Yesterday, this guy made me remember something that made me angry. I was thinking about all this stuff, and then I recalled a friend from Onlo. A friend from Onlo? And you know who that friend from Onlo is? That friend from Onlo is Yuko. Friend from Onlo is Yuko. I got mad at her once, and this is the time that Yuki got mad at her. I got angry, and then I tried to reason with her. Once I remembered that, it felt like my temperature quickly dropped. When I looked in the window, I saw my face. I saw myself reflected, half transformed. Anger and forgiveness? Those are your conditions? Anger and forgiveness are the places where the transformation is stable? Let's see. If there's anything else from this part I want to so basically what Platinum Vision is doing, Platinum Vision is hinting here of what's happening, of what was mentioned here, but the thing that's going on right now, if anger and forgiveness are really the conditions, remember, I just said anger and forgiveness are the conditions for the half transformation. So Platinum Vision, this wouldn't make sense then. Because right now, Yuki is angry at Yudo. But at the same time, so in order for this to work, in order for this to actually make sense, Yuki should have been fully transformed. His eyes should have been fully transformed. He should have been in full devil mode. And then as Yudo is explaining the situation, then he should have gone into half. Very curious what you guys, especially the manga readers, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Platinum Vision did the half transformation correctly? Or are you I'm kind of leaning towards they did it incorrectly. I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to, say, look, manga fans, we are all caught up on the manga. We know what's going on. Because we know what happened. What we know about that half transformation too. But I kind of feel like they did it wrong. Because remember that, again, it's anger and forgiveness are the triggers. But actually, now that I think about it, he is angry. So maybe that I'm wrong and this half transformation is correct. It actually might be, because anger is the trigger for the half transformation. Or no, actually, it's not. It's and. It's not or. It's and. It has to be both. Those are the conditions. It's anger and forgiveness. You have to have both. So it's incorrect. Platinum Vision, you fucked up, man. But notice when Yuki says you can't leave out important stuff, and this is at like the 8-minute 55-second mark, he's fully transformed. The eyes are in full devil mode. Glad it's fully transformed there. So this part, I can tell you right now, was definitely skipped. And I think I can understand why. And this is because of time constraints. And this is but I have to mention it because otherwise it's going to frustrate the fuck out of me that it wasn't. But I kind of wish at least this part was mentioned. Because otherwise you anime onlys don't know if Makoto died or not. This is Inspector Roido. Tamaru Makoto has regained consciousness. He wants to speak with his wife, Yuko. Please give him the speaker. Yuko, I'm sorry. I know I promised I wouldn't show you blood. I was just teasing you. I hoped you'd laugh. I was really just an idiot. Oh God, I really wish you would have showed this part, Platinum Vision. I won't let you have any more painful memories. I will be even more careful. Oh, Yuko, please come back. Like, oh God, Platinum Vision, why did you have this? It's killing me that you did not have this here. Platinum Vision, this is when you would transition into the, like, even if you didn't show ANZAI sleeping in Tyra's apartment, dreaming about, Yuko and Yuki making the snowman. It's like, this would be like the perfect transition into them like playing together and making the snowman. It would have been so good. Oh, it was such a missed opportunity. Platinum Vision, I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad that you are not having you're not going to show on. I swear, by the end of this episode, if you do not show ANZAI at least sleeping at Tyra's apartment at least once, I'm going to be really pissed. So at about like the 11-minute 33-second mark, we're starting to get a little bit into chapter 3. And Platinum Vision, I'm really getting disappointed right now because we're mainly getting shit from Tyra's point of view and not ANZAI'S point of view, which is like, really? Because Tyra's character is not as interesting as ANZAI'S character. I read Devil's Line for ANZAI. I don't read Devil's Line for Tyra. And I think the majority of us manga readers read Devil's Line for ANZAI'S character. So this is some bullshit. Platinum Vision, I love you. I love this animation. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm giving you the same kind of, I swear, I'm giving the same kind of criticism to Devil's Line that I'm giving in a way to Piano no Mori. Because they're doing the same shit with Piano no Mori that we're getting with Devil's Line. Look, Devil's Line. I love the animation. I really am enjoying a lot of the stuff you're giving us. But for the love of God, if we will have to cut out Tyra's content and just give us ANZAI'S point of view, fine. I don't give a fuck about Tyra. Give me ANZAI content. I don't know if I speak for the majority of the manga readers here, but it's called Devil's Line. It is not called Tyra's Line. Jesus Christ, it's not called Human's Line. It's called Devil's Line for a fucking reason. And I did not fall in love with this manga because of fucking Tyra. I fell in love with this manga because of ANZAI. And if you're not going to give us a lot of ANZAI, if you're not going to give us more of ANZAI'S point of view and why he's, falling for Tyra or why he's doing the shit he's doing, like, then what is the point of me watching this anime? Like, shit, this is fucking ridiculous. Okay, so we're at the 11 minute 46 second mark. We're at page 9 of chapter 3 of the manga. Swear to God, you better. I swear, Platinum Vision, if you do not give us the content about the law that's in place, I swear I'm gonna go the fuck off. Thank God, we are jumping back to page 6 of chapter 3 and getting the shit about the claws. I'm just happy we're getting more shit about the actual devils now. This is what us manga readers actually want. Are you fucking kidding me? That's all you're gonna give us? Oh, hell no. No. That can't be all you're gonna give us, Platinum Vision. No. I will say this, though. At least it's better than what Maho Shoujo's site was giving us about Tempest, a.k.a. jack shit. But I'm gonna, oh man. Usually at this point, I would fucking rage drop this, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do that because you're actually doing a lot more than Maho Shoujo's site. Oh, God damn it, I'm so fucking mad right now. This is so fucking stupid. Oh yeah, this is what we're gonna get. And I'm gonna God, this video is gonna be really long. I told you guys this was gonna be long, but fuck, there's a lot of rage that's gonna be going on. And this is on page 6 of chapter 3. This is what it was supposed to be. Yanagi-san, I heard something interesting today. There are clauses in our protocol that seem pointless. Yeah. According to the Red Eye Species Action Protocol Rule 113, if both parties were in agreement and a doctor was present, then a vampire and human could reproduce legally. Sigh, it isn't like that anymore. But isn't this better? In the past, even if a demon and human were married, they would still have to sign an agreement forbidding sex, right? I don't know what the superior was thinking. The adrenaline generated by having sex would cause a vampire to turn. That's why it's forbidden. Why would you not mention this? Planet Vision, what the fuck are you thinking? Oh my God. I'm going to say this about Devil's Line writing. This is better than what the shit you guys are getting in Tokyo Ghoul Re. But my God, Platinum Vision, you guys could do better than this. But there aren't many demon-human couples. I don't think it's necessary. Here we go. So to prevent the vampire from turning, a doctor is sent to supervise sex? Great way to kill the mood. It'd be impossible to do it in front of a doctor. Like, why would you not include the doctor in this fucking conversation either? This is bullshit. As a doctor, I have to say it's impossible to watch too. And you'd have to sedate the vampire while they were having sex. Did you practice sedation back when I was having sex with Yuki? Well, why didn't you mention that shit either? His mixed blood did always get me excited though. I told you, I can't watch people have sex now. Are you still dating? Are you two still dating? Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? Please don't lie around here. And that's when Yuki came in. Like, I gotta say, I thought it was frustrating when Gaku and Babysitters only kept adapting chapters with Inomata in it. But, my God! And also, I thought it was more frustrating when Ancient Magus Bride freaking skipped all this lore all this important lore that was in there, and it was magical lore. And they fucked up Joseph's backstory. That's when I was just like, I was done with that anime. But you're skipping something that is that is actually relevant in the manga now, that literally was just discussed in the manga within the past few chapters. Actually, chapters where are you? chapters 49. I would say, yeah, chapters 49 through 52. Chapters 49 through 52. Yeah, 49, 50. Yeah, chapters 49 through 52. Literally just covered this shit. And you are skipping this? I still think Maho Shoujo's site, what Maho Shoujo's site did was a lot worse than this by literally not covering Tempest. But fuck, this is pretty bad. Oh my god. The other reason why I'm not rage quitting this like I did with Maho Shoujo site is Maho Shoujo site anime, or by production DOA is animating or adapting the manga, censored the fuck out of the blood and gore to boot. So that is another reason why I am not adapting that shit, or I am not. That's why I quit that shit. Doing live reactions for it. But Devil's Line. Oh my god, you are pissing off. Just by skipping that content, you are pissing off the manga readers right now. I probably am not. I'm really mad about that. I don't know if I speak for all the manga readers, but I speak for a good chunk of them. Also, you're not going to mention that, and this was from like the last part of chapter 1. I have to mention it because this would have been a good opportunity to have this as well. Maybe they'll put it in this part, but we'll see. I gotta find where this is. Just give me a second. So at about the 13-minute 7-second mark, we jump back to the beginning of chapter 3, and are we really gonna skip the attempted rape scene? Is that really gonna happen? Are you really gonna do this, Platinum Vision? Because that is a huge problem. Because this scene in particular with Professor Orichi is extremely important because Orichi tries to get his revenge on fucking ANZAI later on in the manga, and because Orichi tries to get his revenge on ANZAI, that's when his transformation gets triggered. So, to the half eyes. His half transformation, excuse me. So, if you're really gonna skip this scene, I'm gonna be really mad. I really am. You can't do that. Yay, we're getting the scene. Okay, good. We're getting the scene. Platinum Vision, I was gonna be really mad if you skip this. I thought we were gonna get this shit. I'm still kind of mad that we're getting it this week. This shit should have been next week. But I have a feeling it's because I think we're only getting 12 episodes this season, and this explains why a lot of stuff is getting skipped. But this scene right here is kind of important. So I'm glad we're getting this. So at the 14-minute 3-second mark, we are at page 11 of chapter 3. Finally, we are getting on-site inner monologue scenes. Thank you. Okay. The content at the 15-minute 8-second line. Or mark. Why did I say line? 15-minute 8-second mark. Starting there, about ANZAI, or where ANZAI'S been going and shit. You could have cut that shit out and had more content about the law that's in place. This is like the same kind of shit that we had last week about the F Squad. I'm telling you, Nerdigans, this is I don't know what the fuck Platinum Vision is doing. This is like what Black Clover, or what Studio Period was doing with early episodes of Black Clover. This is some bullshit. You shouldn't be doing this, Platinum Vision, especially if you only have 12 episodes. I'm going to give you an example of what you should be doing, of what anime you should be watching that adapted the series perfectly, especially and you know what? It only has 64 chapters. And that would be Hoseki no Kuni / Land of the Lustrous. Go watch that anime and learn how to adapt a fucking manga. because I can't give you an excuse that, you only have 12 episodes to adapt a series. No, I can't give you that excuse because Land of the Lustrous has about maybe at the most 10 pages less per chapter. Maybe like, hold on a second. How many pages do you have here? Okay, you have, Land of the Lustrous has about 20, depending on the chapter, between 10 to 20 pages less. And you know what? They were able to adapt about, depending on the episode, between sometimes maybe 3 chapters a week. And I don't understand why you can't do this. You're going between, like, hold on, what chapter are we in right now? You're going between, like, jumping between 2 chapters right now. Actually, 3 chapters, because we're including the last portion of chapter 1 as well. I don't understand why. I can't give you a pass on this, Platinum Vision. This is such bullshit. I just don't understand this. I'm not giving you a pass on this. So at about the 15-minute, 18-second mark, we're at page 12 of chapter 3 of the manga. And of course, this part is going to be skipped because we didn't get to see Yuki fall asleep in Tyra's apartment. Ever since that day, I've been acting weirdly, just walking into her home, getting into the heater bed like it's my house, too. Why? Let's see. But why did she accept me? She knew that I was a mixed breed. If she'd accidentally bleed again, what would it be like the first time when we met? That was skipped. Oh, okay, Platinum Vision. The 60. This is why I can't drop you. This is why I can't quit you, Platinum Vision. Oh, this is why I can't quit you, Devil's Line Anime, because the 60-minute 45-second mark, the blood, the piano. Oh, this is why I can't quit you. You're killing me. I wish this episode was gonna be next week, or this part of the episode was gonna be next week. Oh. This is when my boy Yuki is coming to save the day. Yuki's fangs are out. The fangs are out. This is what I wanted to see. This is why I can't quit. See, Platinum Vision, I know this animation right here is why I can't quit you, man. And this is why I'm giving you this harsh critique. This is why I'm doing this shit. This is why I'm not giving up on you. It's because of this shit. And I'm talking about the 18-minute, 14-second mark, starting there when Yuki just breaks in that window. Oh, it's so awesome. Studio Period, you want to know how to fucking do a horror you want to know how to animate a horror anime, such as a CNN anime? This is how you fucking do it. Platinum Vision, you want to know why I'm giving you a lot of shit and why I'm not dropping Devil's Line Anime? This is why right here. This 18-minute, this whole scene right here at the 18-minute, 20-second mark. This transformation that Yuki's doing. The blood, the gore. This is what I was hoping for with Devil's Line Anime. I just want less Tyra and more of this shit. Please, do this for me, Devil's Line. Do this, Platinum Vision. You need to do this for me. Oh, right there, that 18-minute, 35-second mark. Just pause it right there. That is what I'm fucking talking about. That right there is awesome. This is what Devil's Line Anime can be. That is the potential of this fucking anime. Oh, God. Oh, Platinum Vision, you are killing me right now. You gotta fix this content. Because that right there is why I want to love this anime. What? Okay, this is when I have to... Dude, you know what the problem is with this anime? You know what the problem is? Is this fucking writing. This is the problem with this. And I gotta tell you right now, you have the total opposite problem that Black Clover Anime is having, which I think is really funny, is this writing. Like, What the fuck, man? Oh, God, I wish fucking writers at Studio Period, the Black Clover Anime at Studio Period, please go over to fucking Platinum Vision and fix this anime's writing. But this was skipped. Sawasaki will protect you. Tell her about tell her about the sexual harassment. Wait, why was that not mentioned? Fucking dumb. So we got a problem here, which is finally I calmed down, my nails changed back, and that wasn't there. So yeah, that was not there either. I can't think straight anymore was skipped as well. The devil has taken over me. I can't think straight. The devil has taken over me was skipped. Why? Why is this skipped? Why? So that content we saw in the bar with Sawasaki talking about what's been going on with ANZAI. For those that are curious where it's at, it took me a while to find it. It is on page 31, starting on page 31 of chapter 3, and that content we saw in that inner monologue that ANZAI had was on page 32, and that should have freaking been that should have been in a different episode. Oh, at least we have it in ANZAI inner monologue though. Really? We're not gonna see the scarf? Are you freaking kidding me, Platinum Vision? You're not gonna show the scarf? Okay, good. Oh, the scarf is there. Oh, it took a minute, but the scarf is there. I would have been mad if you didn't show the scarf. Okay. I'm gonna go, before I get into the content that was skipped. Something I hope that they're gonna talk about next episode, Platinum Vision, you gotta include the fact that ANZAI was suspended. That's the main thing you have to include. If you do not mention ANZAI was suspended, that's gonna be fucking stupid. That's kind of important. Okay, that's the main thing I want to mention before going into the content that was skipped. So, again, I'm sorry that this video is really long, but I have to do this. Usually, if my live reactions for an episode get this long and ends up being a rant like this, I usually drop it at the series. But Devil's Line has so much potential, Platinum Vision. It really does, and I can't drop it. I can't do this. I can't drop it. So I'm giving the tough love. I'm giving you a lot of tough love this week. I gotta do it. So this is what, and plus I want to let the anime onlys know what was skipped and why this episode could have been what would have made this episode a lot better to boot. So this was skipped. I need to get a stronger drug. I have to go and refill my sedatives. You're already relying on such strong medicine. A sedative isn't good for your body. Like, if you would have put this here when ANZAI would have went to get his when at the scene where ANZAI was getting his sedative, okay, that would have worked really nicely, but you didn't. Okay, so that was the main thing that was skipped from chapter 1 that really bugged me. So chapter 2, we got a lot to cover here. Just give me a second. Again, something I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to say this again to you, Platinum Vision. You're giving way too much screen time to Tyra. And something, I'm going to talk about Land of the Lustrous a lot, and, you know, do a lot of comparing this series to Land of the Lustrous, because Land of the Lustrous is a 12-episode season. And Land of the Lustrous was considering it's a 12 episode season, it adapted the series perfectly, just about perfectly. And there's about the same amount of chapters. And the pages are per chapter are about the same. About the same, maybe, or not, the amount of pages are about 20 pages less. But the amount of chapters, it has like 64 chapters as of right now. Or not 64, it has like 67 chapters, excuse me. At the time it was about 64, I believe. So that's why, I'm going to be comparing the series comparing you to Studio Orange, Platinum Vision. So you guys have no freaking excuse. So I really wish this was a lot like, I wish you would have given more screen time to ANZAI, because you're giving way too much to Tyra. Because what Land of the Lustrous does that's really nice is it gives a lot of screen time. It doesn't just give sole screen time to Phos, the main character. It gives screen time to other gems as well, not equal amounts, but it gives screen time to other characters, and we fall in love with other side characters. Like, for example, one of the gems that a lot of people or a lot of fans of Land of the Lustrous fell in love with was Antarcticite. And Antarcticite wasn't in the series for very long, but we fell in love with Antarcticite. And that is something that you need to do. We need people to fall in love with ANZAI, and you're not doing that. You're not giving ANZAI enough screen time. And I'm scared you're going to do the same thing with Lee. You can't do that to Lee. Lee needs love. When we get to Lee, don't fucking make it about Tyra. Give Lee his screen time. My baby needs his screen time. Don't do the shit, same shit that the Ancient Magus Bride did to Joseph, or I'm gonna hate you. Especially since Lee's backstory is extremely important. But anyway, I'm sorry this is... video is going to be an hour, but shit, it's extremely important. But here we go. This is what... Hold on, let me do this. This is what was skipped from chapter 2, and this is from ANZAI'S point of view, page 9. I shouldn't go any further. Other than relatives, that part was there. This part was here, and how they put this stuff from page 9 into the episode, how you did that, Platinum Vision, I'll give you props. I liked how you integrated that. That was cool. This is Sawazaki, cannot locate target T. This is ANZAI, still searching. Like, we're not getting enough, like, interaction between ANZAI and the squad, which kind of bugs me as well. This was skipped from page 10 for ANZAI'S inner monologue. That made me jump. Why did she decide to open the curtain just then? Let's see. Where's the next part that was skipped? I don't remember if I mentioned this being skipped, but just in case, this is on page 14. And this really bugs me that we did not see any of the ANZAI sleeping in Tyra's apartment. That really bugs the fuck out of me. Maybe I'll make some tea. I need to calm down. This room, smells really nice. Where shall I sit? Oh, just near the heater. I will brew some tea. What am I thinking? Scout ANZAI, why am I here visiting this girl? Why do I want to help her meet with Akimura? Why did I observe this girl for the past month? I need to forget the taste of blood. This is embarrassing. And why is she so happy? And we don't get to see, like, ANZAI doing that either. And this is when ANZAI fell asleep for the first time, and this is after she got the tea. Tyra got the tea. He fell asleep. Was he really that tired? What is she doing? It's warm. And then we get into the dream with Yuko. I will give freaking Platinum Vision credit for at least mentioning the snowman, but the fact that we didn't get, like, kind of more of the history of Yuko, like, if you would have left the scene that we saw with them, mentioning what ANZAI has been doing and given us this scene that's on page 18 instead, that would have been a lot better. I still think the rape scene, the attempted rape scene in chapter 3, like that shit should have been in next week's episode. Let's be real, that shit should have been in next week's episode. But let's see, Yuki behind you. You fell for it. Gets him every time. It's so fun. Please stop. Oh, boo-hoo. Are you okay? I've been thinking for a while. Yuko, do you like Yuki? This means nothing. Go build a snowman. And then, that's when Yuki gets the call and wakes up. But something that, I'm just thinking about is, and this is why I got really pissed at Maho Shoujo's site yesterday, is this episode in this chapter is titled Safe House. And it's titled Safe House because Taira's place becomes like a safe haven for Yuki. And you didn't show, in Platinum Vision, you did not show that at all. And that really is fucking stupid. So, like, the title of this episode didn't make any goddamn sense. And then this part skipped. I fell asleep. Let's see. Am I an idiot? I need to focus. Today's target isn't just a demon. I mentioned this part as well. I already mentioned this part about, like, the other Yuko content that was skipped in this episode. Like, I just think that personally, this episode should have been more focused on Yuko than anything. Yuko, and also, like, if we had enough time, which I do think we would have, to go into chapter 3, to focus also on the law that was being discussed, because those two things are extremely important. And this part is skipped on page 32 of chapter 3, which is, why did I come to her house again? Is it because she's got a heater? My body just moved by itself. No, it's impossible. Let's see. If there's anything else from chapter 3. But I gotta mention this too before I continue. I just saw, I briefly took a look at the preview for the next episode. Oh my god. Platinum Vision. Oh, Platinum Vision, you got me so, I can't give up on you, man. Episode 3 looks so awesome. The hype looks so good. You better not fuck up the next episode, man. Oh, this part was given. This is when, they didn't even show Anzai go under the kotetsu. Don't you, I think, you're really cold. 27 degrees Celsius? That's about average. That's too low. Are you really okay? And that's kind of important because devils/vampires have naturally low body temperatures. Have some more blankets. Here we go again. It's warm. I'm getting tired. What if... Oh, and then Anzai falls asleep after he says, do not get hurt in front of me. And then, Taira says that didn't take long. And, it's just, oh gosh. Oh, this last part of chapter 3, I have to mention that got skipped. This final part, which is, I'm filthy and I embrace the devil within me, but I become an ally of justice. Why would you not even mention that? Oh my god. Oh my god, that really pisses me off. I think, oh, now I know where it really got messed up. Hold on a second. Okay, this is what I don't understand. Why did you not even mention this shit with Yuko? This isn't me. What am I doing? After what happened with Yuko? Ever since that day, I've been acting weirdly. Just walking into her home, getting into the heater bed like it's my house, too. Why? But why did she accept me? She knew that I was a mixed breed. Wasn't she afraid? Oh, yeah, I did mention this being skipped. But why? Just why was this skipped? And why did you like put the content that's like way later, or like that's supposed to be in next week's episode here? That just did not make any fucking sense. Let's see. Oh yeah, and my vision begins to blur was skipped. Okay, and then the final part, I think this is the final part that was skipped. There might be one other part. This is page 28 of chapter 3. I gotta go. Let me take you to the station. Huh? Why? Calm down. I'll text you when I arrive at the station. Is that okay? Sure. Then Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Clack. Hello, Mom? It's not often that you call. Will you be coming home in the new year? I'm not sure. If you're bringing your boyfriend with you, please say so. I don't have a boyfriend. That's strange. I thought a lot of men hung around you. Be careful of men. Some of them are wolves in sheep's clothing. Like, the irony right there is just, you know what I mean. I'll be okay. Yeah, and then the suspension that's right here on page 31 of chapter 3, that's where I want next week's episode to start, is right here. So, Platinum Vision, you better be starting next week's episode right here. Let's see. Yeah. So, okay. I'm trying to think how I want to word this. So overall, here's my problem with this episode. This episode, it really frustrates, and this series, and even episode 1 did this to an extent, is that this series, Platinum Vision, here's the problem. You're focusing more on Tyra's side of things, or in Tyra's point of view, than ANZAI'S point of view. And that is a very big problem. And I said this earlier. This is called Devil's Line. This is not called Human's Line. This is not called Tyra's Line. This is called Devil's Line. And I'm very curious what you're going to do when ANZAI and Tyra break up. Are you just going to show all of Tyra's content and how Tyra's all mopey and shit? Or are you actually going to show what ANZAI's doing? And I'm very curious what you're going to do with Lee's content. I'm very concerned about that. I really hope you do not fucking do the same, treat Lee the same way you're treating ANZAI right now. Because ANZAI's being treated like shit in this anime, content-wise. Animation-wise, I am loving ANZAI'S animation. ANZAI'S animation is awesome. But please, for the love of God, Platinum Vision, please watch Land of the Lustrous. And you know what? Go watch March Comes In Like a Lion as well. I know March Comes In Like a Lion has 24 episodes. But see what they do with their characters. But seriously, go watch Land of the Lustrous. Go watch March Comes In Like a Lion. And apply that to this. Seriously. You need to fix the writing here. It's just driving me nuts. Oh, and you need to read the manga again too, apparently. But I'm very curious what you guys thought. I'm really sorry this video is over an hour. But God, I really don't want to drop this series. I really don't. You know what, Platinum Vision? You need to do something. You need to do what Piano no Mori's doing and try and get, because what Piano no Mori actually did is they lobbied the fuck off and they are getting 24 episodes instead of 12, because originally they only had 12 episodes. They're getting 24 episodes. You need to do something and try and get 24 episodes. Seriously, please do it. Anyway, I'm very curious what you guys thought of this episode. I want to hear especially from the manga fans if you're as frustrated as I am. But seriously, we need more ANZAI. We need more ANZAI. I have faith in you, Platinum Vision. I really do. This animation is really giving me faith in you, especially what we got with ANZAI'S transformation. It looks so fucking good. Let me know, and anime only, considering what I told you was skipped, what do you guys think? Do you think Platinum Vision, do you understand why I, as a manga fan, is pissed off or what? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And also, check out my Nerdigans Inc. Discord server I launched. Platinum Vision, I would love to hear from you. Either on my Twitter or my Discord server. Please, please, I would love to hear your feedback. Seriously. My Twitter and my Discord server and also my Facebook. Please, I would love to hear what you have to say. Or even in my comment section. That's in the description box below. Also, if you love what I'm doing and want to expand help me with my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off my Amazon wishlist, or purchase something off, or not that, purchase, or donate to my GoFundMe. All that's in the description box below as well. And until next time, guys, I'm gonna go watch a real manga to anime adaptation, Major Second. Yeah, the sports, you know what's sad, Platinum Vision? The sports manga to anime adaptations are actually better than your ass. Until next time, guys, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!